Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever. Okay, so we've just started off our very first line in the previous episode, and I'm already seeing a problem. I actually want that. So this guy is actually not leaving because it's still busy waiting. It's got two people on board though. I don't think this one necessarily has. 0 people on board over here. But now it's not quite in the middle anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop this one right there, so that we see this one get on the other side. I want them to get, yeah, see. Wondering how long, I mean, I said 3 minutes, but I'm wondering if it's 3 minutes every time a passenger comes, or whether it's 3 minutes in total, in which case it should have left already because the other one's done the 3 minutes already. So maybe every time a passenger comes, the 3 minutes resets. Well, anyway, we'll stop that train over there well, it's not got no passengers on it, so we'll get it to stop and wait a bit. Just close that. Yeah, this is definitely not, and passengers are slowly starting to come in. I see development is popping up in this area. There's a lot more happening. See, our little spur-off streets are already growing and getting some more action over here. Is this train going to turn around? At the moment, we're still hemorrhaging money. So I just want to keep an eye on that. Definitely just need to keep an eye on that. So this is doing milk. I'm thinking I should probably start some of the food lines using trucks instead of rail, just to get some movement going. We're still seeing people joining this line. Let me see the other side. Are we getting people waiting at this rail station? Yeah, we've got some people waiting. 10. Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, in that case, I believe we might start seeing a little bit more. Anyway, I think this might be a bit of a mistake to have these guys wait, to be honest. For now, let's just do that. So you can go back, stop waiting, and what I'll do is as soon as this guy reaches the other side, or just before he reaches the other side, I'll let this train number 1 enter the station, and then we should have them stick together, or maintain the headway. Are we getting top speed out of this? Yeah, we're pretty much getting top speed out of this. So there's no need for us to hold back on the wagons. I think we're doing well with the wagons. Okay, and as soon as these start ramping up, we should do well. Okay. So how far are you from this station? Okay, I think as soon as it reaches about here, we should get this one to finish off. And let's do it. She will take some time to actually speed up to get in there, while you will be slowing down. I think they should reach the station roughly about the same time. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. All around pretty good. How much money are we making over here? 24,000. Getting 19 on board, getting 8 on board. You're going to turn around. Getting new vehicles. Oh, we've got a tram. Okay, the other one's turning around as well. Okay, I think this'll do its thing now. Now let's see about doing. I'm not going to put it trams in straight away. Okay, the next thing I want to have a look at is seeing about getting some form of industry. What is this? A cement factory. Okay, getting some form of industry into one of these towns to help the growth. So of course they want food. got a pretty poor connection to lines, but of course they would like food. So I think food is one of those things that we should be getting in here. How do I get bricks? Yeah, anyway, we'll get to some of the more complex stuff. Well, all of them are pretty much more complex at the moment. So what I am wondering about is somehow we need to get food, and these are the food processing facilities over here. Okay, what do we need to do? So we need to get fertilizer, which is not a must, I believe. I think this can produce without fertilizer, right? Yes, I believe so. It can produce. So it does 1 without fertilizer or 3 with fertilizer. So that's what it's doing basically. So what we could do is we could hook this one up initially, and then we need this to get over here. So what I'm wondering about is, yeah, this is so close that if we do actually do a rail line between this one and maybe, okay, sorry guys, I'm thinking just a little bit. So obviously we need the grain to get to this farm over here, and then this the cows or the beef to get to the processing plant over here. Alternatively, we can get the grain over here. So, and we want that. So we literally want something that runs like this. And I'm thinking that we probably should get something that runs like this. So the question is, do we do a station over here and then do milk? It's a little bit complex. Initially I thought, yeah, it's going to be cool as all nearby so we can get something working pretty quickly, but I think it's making it a little bit more difficult. I mean, this one, 12. So it is starting to pick up pace over there, but we do need to get the production up and running into the city. Okay, well, let's start by setting up yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do okay, cool. What I'm gonna do is let's start by setting up a little bit of a station. Oops, not the wrong one for rotating. A little bit of a depot over here. Not a depot, a truck stop over here. And what I'll also do is I'll put another truck stop, probably a bit of a larger truck stop, again with the wrong rotate button. A bit of a larger truck stop over here. Okay, just like that. And then I want to put another truck stop over here. Again with the wrong rotate button. Another truck stop over there. And now what I can do is I can run a route like this and then a route like that, and that route should generate a fair amount of, well, of truck traffic. And then this one is this one so that one won't start to produce unless we can actually get it over here though. Okay, so then we want a truck stop over here. Okay, and then we just need to see about setting up our, still not making any money. Okay, so we've got a truck stop then in over here. So we want a route that runs like this, and we want this guy to run it up there. And yeah, and then maybe a separate route that does this. Would have been cooler if these two were on the same one, so we can go back and forth with stuff. That would have been really nice. That would have been really nice. That would have been two full routes. Two full routes for us to use, but it's not going to work like that just yet. So we'll run two empty routes then in that case. And then they actually need to distribute into the town, which I think is okay. I don't think we need, unless we do a distribution stop in the town. Actually, if they then do that, yeah, what I might do is I might do that. I might actually do that. So let's do that. We'll do a distribution stop in town. And then from there we'll distribute, and I'll do this a big one because we might add extra stuff and services on there. Okay, so distribution stop on that corner right over there. Okay, let's get our lines together. So let's add a line. The first thing we want to do is we want this one to that one. Apologies. And this will be, and again with a name. So this is Cirencester. So Cirencester fertilizer. Ooh, sorry. So this is road freight, right? That's what I'm. Is that what I'm using? Road freight. We'll just do that and call it fertilizer. There we go. So that's the first line. Need to that's in there. The next one I'm getting is from here to there and back. Yeah, that's good. And this one is road freight, and this is Seren, and that'll be grain. Yeah, so it's taking grain and fertilizer. Okay, so it's taking fertilizer back and bringing grain this way. And now, okay, so that one's done. And now let's add one more line, and this is from. So can this actually do more than? I think it can. I think it's got another stop spot over there and one over here. Yeah, so fine, that should be fine. Another line from there to there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these guys drop it off over there on their way back. So this will be road freight core cow and food, right? Core cow and food, road freight core cow and food. There we go. So that's it. Now we've got these lines up and running, and that means we will get one line that's completely empty. It's completely empty. This one at least has a little bit of a line like that, and then just that section that's empty. Okay, but I think those three lines should get us going. And what I want to do is I want this one to wait until it's full. I want that one to wait on both sides. Yeah, on that side and on that side. And I want this one to wait at there and Corringham West. Yeah, there we go. So that's what they'll be doing. Okay, let's buy a few road vehicles. We don't have a lot of money, but let's see. So what do we have that we can use? We've got the steam lorry, which is capacity for 6, and it does 25 k's an hour. So we'll do some of these. So let's just do one of them, and we're gonna set it to the foot. Actually, we'll set this one to the. Anyway, doesn't really matter. To the fertilizer line. We'll buy another, and we're gonna set it to the to that line, and we're gonna buy another, and oh, hang on, sorry guys, I messed up. To the fertilizer line, please. Then this one, I just want the one. Yeah, so that one, set it to this line, and this one set it to that line. Okay, so now we've set a vehicle to every line, and it'll wait kind of in each one of those stops. And that's about it for vehicles. We don't have any other vehicles, but at least it should start seeing some production being cranked up. Are we starting to make money here or not? Very limited amounts of money because the route is so short. So that's the issue with this route, right? Okay, so we've got the trucks going out. Are we seeing some production happening because of the routes in place? Still no line usage as of yet. That's why I'm starting it off with just a single truck. I know it'll never really bulk up into a big operation as it is now, but hopefully we will see some things happening over here. And to be honest, is this giving us some residential access, right? Yeah. So some residential and commercial should be happening. Maybe not. Maybe not. I believe we're going to need a bit of a distribution line for this. So if I look at this, right, it's only commercial that requires food. The population itself does not require any food. So I need to get it to the commercial areas. So how is that doing? That actually covers the bulk of it. So what I need to do is I need to set up another line which will be called from here to there and back, and this line is called the what did we call it? Is the local passenger distribution, right? LPD. Wow, a new train, nice. So this is local freight distribution, COR1. Local freight distribution COR1, and we don't have any money, because in which case we could have been doing something with it. I'm just wondering with this is starting to produce, so that is great stuff. Is this starting to produce? No. Is that starting to produce? It is indeed starting to produce. So that is a good move. So we probably need more vehicles on it ASAP. I think it's just like one vehicle that comes and does this distribution over here. Yes, so an interesting thing, something I only kind of found out about this game while playing it, after many hours of playing it, is that you can distribute freight to a bus stop. You can't pick up freight at any of these like bus stops over here, but you can distribute from a central point here. You can distribute freight to a bus stop. What's going on? Hatfield Grain Silo is doing what? Try to ship more items. Yeah, we will definitely get onto that, but at the moment it's not something we can do. We need much more money. How many passengers are waiting over here? Can we speed up this a little bit, just at the start, to get things in a little bit quicker? How many passengers do I have on board? 24. That's not bad, and we've got pretty much 22 waiting. And some money, and oof, not quite getting in the green. I probably need to take out another loan or let's see about taking out a loan. How much loan do we have? We've got a 6 million loan. So the 6 million we started with was a loan. So let's take an extra 500k. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a few more road vehicles, buy more road vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to set you guys all to that route over there. I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to set you guys all to this line over there. And I'm going to do just the one, and I'm going to set you to the distribution, right? Local freight distribution. Yeah, you'll run that route for us. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to set you guys to that line. There we go. So we should start seeing everything starting production. It's going to be slow going initially to get everything to work. Is there anything in this? He should be taking, no, he wouldn't be taking cows. He'd be taking fertilizer. This one should be taking cows. But no cows yet. Are you starting to produce? Nothing yet. Yes, no grain has arrived as of yet. There is grain waiting around over here. Where are our... Do we have any freight vehicles doing that move? Oh, they're all heading this way for their first stop. Not great, not exactly what I had in mind. Okay, we are getting a bit of money out of our passenger rail. The town is starting to see some growth because of it. The town over here, see, look at this. They've connected this themselves, so I didn't have to go and bulldoze this. They've connected this through here themselves, which is great, because that just makes the town look and feel a lot better. Maybe they'll do the same thing over through here somewhere at some point in time. Look at this. The growth over here has been pretty good, and now they're growing in the rest of the direction over there. Good, all good. Are we seeing some fertilizer pickups happening? What's happening over there? Yes, 6 of 6 fertilizers. And that's going to make its way there. I think as soon as these start running a little bit, we will see some income from them. They will become, I think, quite profitable due to the distances being traveled. We're still just getting about half loads on these guys, which is still okay. I'm not too worried about it. And yep, all of this is working well. Look at this, the industrial area here is filling in quite nicely. So I'm kind of wondering, I don't have money, so I shouldn't worry about it too much. But what I was kind of wondering is where we should maybe do our freight rail station on the other side of town, and then have this town kind of grow between the freight and the passenger rail lines. And to be honest, what you would do is you would just spur it off on this side and go that way to try and use sections of line, but where lines get busy you might just double up on them. But I think for now we don't have that. Well, there's a lot happening over here. We can certainly bulk up that route significantly more. Are we seeing some don't have anything waiting here. Is there some fertilizer on any of these? Is there some fertilizer arriving? Yes, there we go. We're seeing some fertilizer being dropped off and some fertilizer leaving. Great stuff. That's very good. Get the lines to start working. It'll take some time for these road freight lines to actually do some good work. So this guy, there's lots of grain hanging around, so get the grain up in there. There we go, and run them around the other way. So this is going to be I think this line is going to do very well because it's going to be full on both sides. I'm really looking forward to seeing that line become very profitable. And what we'll do is, as our money grows and these production facilities ramps up, I would hope to see a lot more. I would hope to see us being able to put the rail on all of this, or put all of these kind of together with some kind of a rail solution. There we go, filling up nicely. So this one is still empty as such. So what we could also do is we could have another food distribution stop over here, and then this truck coming back here can drop off there and so on. And then what this guy can do, what this guy can do is can drop the fertilizer over there, pick up the food over here and take them into town, like one stop over there, and then drop it off and then come back over here with this. So there's an empty section and an empty section, but we're actually using a portion of the route over there. I think that could work. Okay, we're still not quite cracking the funding. Still just about 21 people on that train. And this one 23, so we're not quite up to a decent amount of people on that rail line yet. I'm guessing we're seeing some fertilizer in this. No, neither of those are carrying fertilizer. This one, nothing. That one, so here starts the fertilizer, so that should ramp that production up. Not that we need to ramp it up at the moment. Well, without the fertilizer, that whole route would be that whole section of the route would be empty. Ooh, we're starting to lose a bit of money. These guys need to ramp up a little bit more before I can really say we're So at the beginning of this game, it is a little bit hairy in terms of getting money to roll in. It's not easy to get a profitable business out of the gate. Everything needs to ramp up, including passenger traffic, passenger demand, freight demand, all of those kind of things needs to start ramping up slowly. So there hasn't been a grain delivery just yet. Oh, we should start seeing something come in, but we are seeing fertilizer come in. Yeah, there we go. Oh, guys, gotta be kidding me, man. He's waiting for food. You won't ever get any food here, so this is going to be slow going since they're all running through this section. Oh no, there they go. That was very interesting. That was really very interesting. Yeah, that's an empty one. The fertilizer on the way back is an empty one. Okay. Yeah, just start running this one in here. Okay. Grain being delivered, fertilizer being taken back. I think that's going to be good stuff for us. So now we should start seeing some production occurring over here. And I'm wondering, yeah, there you go. We've got some cows. Excellent. As soon as all of these things, because we're paying for all of these vehicles to be on the road, but we're not yet seeing any funding from them. Okay. How many people? 24. I would like to start seeing a bit more fuller trains though. But I don't want to really have them wait. I'd rather keep it running. All of these things are going. The Landauers are running. All of that's going. Are we seeing? Yeah, we need tons more vehicles on some of these routes. Tons and tons. I've got a lot of fertilizer over here. That's got some food on it. That's the fertilizer route coming back. So nothing on that. Yeah, we just need tons more vehicles, really. Tons and tons more vehicles. Are you almost full? Yeah, we're getting a lot more demand on this line. And this one, 28. Yeah, it's growing. It's definitely growing. The towns are growing too, and I think as soon as we start distributing some food in here, we'll see some good stuff over here. Okay, let's have a quick look while that's all ramping up. Let's see if there's anything we can do along the river, for instance. What do we have along the river? We've got crude into fuel. Do we have crude anywhere along the river? We've got it on this side. So we could potentially river cross it like this, but I think that's going to be a bit far. We've got iron ore. We've got lumber into, and we've got the sawmill. We've got some of this. So they can actually make use of lumber to develop tools. So that's one thing that we could do, and they can actually feed this town over here potentially. We've got more ore. We've got more ore. So ore along the river is definitely a possibility. And then we've got over here, what is this? A paper mill. Oh, okay, so sawdust into paper. Interesting. Sawdust into paper, very good. All of that. We don't have oh, here we go, but that's a very long route, which is maybe not the end of the world. So if we do the logs down all the way over here, maybe not, we have something a little bit closer. Oh, hang on. Yeah, if we do that route over there, right, so then you've got sawdust over here that goes this way. And then, do they need paper in here? Yeah, industry needs paper. So industry needs paper. So we can then distribute paper into these areas, but not sure that's helping us too much initially, and whether we'll be struggling to use the demands over there. What's happening over here? We've got some fertilizer waiting. This is being dropped off. This is waiting for more food to be produced. I'm guessing it is producing. There we go, we've got more fertilizer. So what is that? Why are you leaving empty? Interesting. While you're still waiting though. Interesting, very interesting. Dropping off. Okay, how full are our trains? 30, 19. Man, that's not great. Still losing a fair bit of money. I wouldn't mind putting some more road vehicles on all of these routes. Let's have a quick look at our lines, right? How profitable are they? I want to look at them from a profitability point of view. So, what is our passenger train? Oh, that's making a fair bit of money. This one is making a lot of money. The fertilizer line is making a lot of money too. And then this one is making less money than I thought, and then that one is not yet properly producing. These local distributor for passengers are really not making money, but we're running them to make money off of the rail line. But if I look at this, right, we should be making more money than we're losing. So if I look at our balance sheet, why aren't we making any money? We haven't been building anything or property maintenance. Wow, property maintenance is expensive. What is this? Running costs. Wow. Road. Jeez, that's a lot of money. We really need some. So railroad is making, yeah, positive. Road, however, is losing a little bit. Yeah, and then obviously so we're losing a little bit, and then our loan interest is obviously killing us. So we're just not positive because of our loan interest at this point in time. But everything is still ramping up too, so I'm probably going to take out another loan and then see how that goes. But okay guys, I'm going to put a cut in this episode and we'll continue in the next one. Apologies that it's a bit of a slow start. We will sort out our food production and bulk up these routes as we go. Probably going to need to take a loan to just get it up there a little bit more. And well, we'll see how it goes. So I'm ExactChaos and this has been Transport Fever Exactly. If you liked this episode, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye bye.